call it the big time. Got your name in lights. Now you're gonna shine. Got 'em in your sights.
You're just trying to find a way out. I don't wanna tell you how to live, but I just don't want you to miss. And I don't mean to scare you, I want you to live, and I dare you to give this life all you have. Yeah, all you don't miss, just make, don't get it twisted. We're on a mission to live life legendary. Yeah, we are legendary. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. Thin our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. There's strength in our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. You will remember our names. You will remember our names.
Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio begins now.
It's time for Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio this evening. So happy you're with us from Keck Field. A gorgeous day for baseball as the Cardinals and Eagles meet for the second time in as many days here at Keck Field. Though tonight, after a 10-inning affair last night, the Cardinals able to win it. My name is Will Connerly. Happy to be with you. Tim Polster, our technical director, producer, running the show tonight for us here on Tradio. Make sure to pass the link around as we're live on the air here on Tradio. The Fort Worth Christian Cardinals 18-3-1 now on the season. They pick up their 7th straight win, and they do it in an extra inning affair. The day started with a lot of talk about Grady Emerson. He went 3 for 3 with 2 home runs, a double, also walked in the ball game, reaching all 4 times. But it was Jackson Castleberry who was the hero last night. He comes through with a 2 RBI extra base hit in the 10th. The Cardinals had one more on. He's up to 325 on the season, and he had the big hit, a pair of RBIs, a run scored, and was also hit last night. .915 for his OPS, 325 average, and 10 runs driven in this season for Jackson Castleberry, the cleanup man, heading to UT Arlington next season. And the outstanding senior has been great for the Cardinals, and he was clutch last night as Fort Worth Christian picked up the victory. 5-2 was the final score on Thursday night at Southwest Christian. And now we're here at Keck Field for the meeting between the two sides. But Grady Emerson was a big impact player yesterday, and you look at some of the numbers that he had on the day. 10 total bases and 3 recorded at-bats, 5 total plate appearances. He hit 2 home runs, 1 to dead center, 1 over the right field wall, and had a pair of runs driven in. He got that scoring started. It was a really interesting game yesterday because Fort Worth Christian scored first on the Emerson solo home run, and then the Eagles come back in the bottom of the first inning, and they take a 2-1 lead. Cardinals then tied it with another Emerson home run in the 3rd, and then nobody scored from the top of the 3rd all the way until the top of the 10th, and it was the Eagles. Their only 2 runs in 10 innings last night came in the bottom of the 1st inning. They finished with just 5 hits. Cardinals had 10 hits and 5 runs, and a 5-2 victory for Fort Worth Christian. The top of the order was producing for the Cardinals as the first 6 hitters in the lineup, first 5 hitters, mind you, in the lineup, accounted for 8 of the 10 hits. Andrew Ridgel had a pair of hits out of the 8th spot in the order as well. The starter, Greg Smeds, worked 5 2/3, allowed 4 hits, 2 earned, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks. It was Matthew Monsivice who threw 6 1/3 for the Eagles, allowed 2 earned, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk. Alex Turman, he worked 3 2/3 out of the bullpen. He was ultimately handed the loss, but did have 6 strikeouts. It was Ben Rodriguez picking up the win in relief for the Cardinals. He goes 2 innings, allows just 1 hit, had a strikeout as well. And there was, despite no scoring from the top of the 3rd until the 10th last night, a lot of drama, at least on the defensive side. The Cardinals cut down the would-be winning run at the plate on a bunt dribbler back to Blaine McDonald. But then Rodriguez came in and shut the door. He's been on the mound more than anybody this season, a high-utilized back-end arm for this Fort Worth Christian team. And we'll see what they can do as Greg Smeds did his job on the hill, and now it's going to be off to David Salas, the sophomore starter for Fort Worth Christian, coming up tonight. We'll give you that entire lineup and continue to break it down next here on Tradio as the Cardinals and Eagles meet in district play.
Fort Worth Christian School is Christ-centered, college preparatory school where every student is known, loved, and valued. At FWC, students are challenged to pursue excellence in the classroom, in competition, and in their faith, all while being equipped with a strong biblical worldview. From standout academics and championship athletics to award-winning fine arts and a vibrant student community, Fort Worth Christian is preparing tomorrow's leaders today. We invite you to discover the difference for your family. Visit fwc.org to learn more Schedule a personal tour and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Thank you so much for joining the game with us today. We hope you are enjoying this presentation of Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. We have a target of 20,000 channel subscribers before the end of this spring. We need your help to reach that goal. So please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and pick a friend or family member to whom you can share the game. We are happy you are watching and hope you consider becoming a member for access to different member-only content.
We're back with you here on Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. We'll lay out for a moment because the public address is talking about the starting lineups. We'll let them take it away and come back with more analysis.
Third baseman number 8, Jordan Steele. Batting fifth, the designated hitter number 6, Cooper Reisner. He's batting for the pitcher number 9, Owen Haller. Batting sixth, the first baseman number 7, Matthew Monsivais. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 17, Barrett Fortwood. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 5, Cash Martin. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 1, Dane Smith. The Eagles are coached by Rusty Bean. And now, the starting lineup for your Fort Worth Christian Cardinals. Leading off the second baseman, number 27, Griffin Carney. Batting second, the shortstop, number 2, Grady Emerson. Batting third, the center fielder, number 17, Braylon James. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, number 11, Jackson Castleberry. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 7, Jake Parkerson. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 1, Hank Austin. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 9, Andrew Rachel. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 33, Antonio Andahar. And he's batting for the starting pitcher, number 12, David Salas. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 24, Jacob Ward. The Cardinals are coached by Rusty Greer, assisted by Jacob Pickle, Curtis Wilkerson, John Hampton, and Tyler Ricks. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to please rise and gentlemen remove your hats for our opening prayer. And please remain standing following the conclusion of our prayer for the playing of our national anthem. Let's pray. Our dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful day that you've blessed us with. Father, we thank you for the great game of baseball. And Father, we pray that you'd be with both teams tonight as they compete. We thank you for both schools that they represent, and for the mission of both schools to turn out graduates devoted to you. Father, we pray for a great game tonight. Be with all of the fans in the stands. Be with the parents and coaches. Father, we just pray for a wonderful night here at the ballpark. We thank you, Father, most of all for your son, Jesus, in whose name we pray. Amen.
there, and anthem complete. Lineups announced. We'll show them to you as well on the screen for Fort Worth Christian. Parkerson, Emerson, Kearney, and Ridgel on the infield for the Cardinals. In the outfield, Ward, James, and Castleberry. And then the battery and designated hitter, David Salas, Hank Austin, and Antonio Andujar. So the Cardinals, the home team tonight, some keys to the game. Be a Goldfish, number one. It's a new game for Fort Worth Christian after winning a thrilling effort last night to move to 3-0 in district play. The extra inning matchup, it's certainly important to wash that away despite being a good memory and focus on a new challenge here this evening. Run, another big key to the game tonight for Fort Worth Christian. It's a crucial component of Rusty Greer's chaos offense. They want to run around the base paths, and they'll have to do that at a high level tonight if they want to have success and give David Salas, the sophomore, some run support and then continue to do damage on good counts. When the Cardinals got in hitter-friendly counts, they were able to square some baseballs up, even a couple two-strike balls that win for extra bases one day ago. But they'll try to be the aggressors, similar to what they want to do on the base paths, but also at the plate. So those are our keys to the game and some of the starting lineups, or the starting lineups that we see for Fort Worth Christian as they're set to take the field here in just a moment. We'll keep it here with you as first pitch is coming up in just a couple of moments. We'll give you the lineup for the Eagles as well. They'll be at the plate first. Max Warner will lead things off, the center fielder. Batting second, Alex Turman, the shortstop. In the 3-hole, it's Paul Warlow, the catcher. Jordan Steele, the cleanup man. Playing third base, Cooper Reasoner, the DH. Matthew Monsivice, last night's starter, plays first. Barrett Portwood hits seventh and plays at second. Cash Martin in the 8th spot. And then Dane Smith, we saw him courtesy run a couple times last night, getting the start today. Out in left, Owen Holler will be the starting pitcher for the Eagles. We'll see him in the bottom of the first inning, but getting ready for action, David Salas getting the start tonight for Fort Worth Christian. At times, he has been dominant this year for the Cardinals, and he'll try to continue that effort as David Salas is making his 6th start of the season. He's been a mainstay every week in the starting rotation for Fort Worth Christian, pairing with Greg Smeds as the 2 district starters for the Cardinals. And after Smeds had a quality effort, just allowed 2 runs in the first, and that's all the Eagles got a day ago. It's David Salas's turn to toe the rubber, and he makes his 6th start of the season. All of his appearances have been in starting efforts. Went 3 1/3 last week against Midland Christian, picked up the win. He is 3-0 on the season, and he's only allowed 3 hits this season in 19 innings of action. Some pretty electric stuff, only 4 earned runs in those 19 innings. The biggest thing you circle on Salas, at least in the negative this year, only 4 earned and 3 hits in 19 innings. He has walked 17, though. And he's walked 10 batters in his last 2 starts combined, but does have 22 strikeouts, a 147 ERA, whip just above 1. And opponents hitting just 051 off of the right-hander. He's been tough to square up. Just allowing 3 hits this season in 19 innings. His season high in innings was 5. That was against Legacy Christian. He picked up the win in that effort. He's actually got the victory, 3-0 on the year, but in 3 of his last 4 starts, he's picked up the win. And so we'll get a glance at David Salas, see what he can do as Max Warner leads us off
Max Warner
here in the top of the first inning. Eagles and Cardinals. Fort Worth Christian moving into first place in the district at 3-0 with a victory last night in 10 innings. Eagles try to split the series as David Salas has it run inside, and this game starts with a hit by pitch as Warner gets blocked, and he'll take first base. Mentioned the base runners against Salis this year, for the most part, have been on walks and hit by pitches. It's the 9th batter that he's hit this year, and he's hit a batter in every game this season. 9 batters now plunked, and I mentioned 17 walks, so he has been tough to hit. Just 3 hits allowed all year in 19 innings across 5 starts. But he hits Max Warner there, and he had to make his way down to first after being plunked on the first pitch of this ball game, and he is very dangerous on the base paths. 36 stolen bases on the year heading into last night. He had only been caught 1 time. Getting on base 64% of the time. He is off and running. Throw down to second. The tag is applied, and Warner's out at second. Warner, one of the most dangerous men around on the base paths, getting caught for just the 2nd time this season. As Austin, perfect throw, and you see the tag applied on the replay. There by Carney, and there's 1 out. Great shot by Austin, and it was Austin who made some impressive plays last night. There was a 1st and 3rd situation late in the ball game where Austin popped down to 3rd, and they got a critical out to end the threat with a go-ahead run standing out at 3rd base. So Salis will try to work into the zone this evening as a hit by pitch, and then falls behind to the count. And that's ball 4.
The catcher, number 12,
Alex
Paul
Turman
Warlow.
reaches on a walk. 5 pitches so far for Salis. All have been outside the zone. A hit by pitch and then a 4-pitch walk there to Alex Turman. Turman, another guy who gets on base quite a bit. He's got 12 stolen bases on the year as well. Has only been caught 1 time. But he gets on base 55% of the time. There's a strike pump to Paul Warlow. Warlow, a .449 hitter. On the year, went 1 for 3 yesterday with a couple of walks, along with a run driven in, and fouls it back. Warlow had a double yesterday. It was Turman who tripled in that 1st inning where the Eagles scored their only 2 runs. The traffic on the base paths here in the 1st inning. A hit by pitch to Warner, who then was caught trying to steal second. Salis misses inside here to the Eagles catcher. Warlow now 24 runs driven in on the year to lead the team. Check on Turman. Warlow, 24 driven in, 22 for Turman after they each had 1 last night. In that bottom of the 1st inning at Southwest Christian. So Turman with the lead at first, Salis coming set. And they take a check. And back in time. Ground ball to short. Emerson gets to it on the backhand, ricochets off the leather, and there's runners on 1st and 2nd.
The 3rd baseman, number 8, Jordan Steele. Your attention, running at first for the Eagles, number 18, Crosby Pikes.
Jordan Steele with an opportunity here in the top of the first. 2 on, 1 out. Salas stepping off. Steele went 1 for 5 on Thursday night with 1 strikeout. Both teams struck out a combined 22 times in yesterday's affair, lasting 10 innings. And Salas able to pump one in for a strike. Steele, the young cleanup man. Watches inside. Had an 0 for 11 stretch recently, but now has had hits in 3 straight games. Runners on first and second. That's called for a strike. For those that were joining us last night, it was a very pitcher-friendly zone, a pretty big strike zone one night ago. That one called a strike there. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Salas tries to work out of trouble. Middle infield at double play depth. Steele lays off 2 balls, 2 strikes. Steele got district play off on the right foot. He's had a hit in each of the Eagles' first 3 district games, including a 2-hit effort against Coram last week. They opened 2-0 before the Cardinals beat them in 10 innings 1 night ago. Salas spikes it. And so the count runs full here to Steele. Speed out on the base paths.
Oh!
There's ball 4.
Oh!
The designated hitter, number 6, Cooper Reasoner.
Mentioned that is the one challenge Salas has had, this being in the zone. He's walked 5 in each of his last 2 starts and just shy of a walk per inning on the season despite limited runs allowed. He's worked into troublous situations like this one. And he faces some trouble here in the top of the first inning. Game started with a hit by pitch, followed by a walk, and then a single from Warlow. An infield single. Emerson was able to get there, but hit off his leather. And after the hit by pitch, the runner out at second trying to steal in Warner, it was Turman who then walked. Warlow, single, steal walks. And so it loads up the bases with 1 out for the designated hitter, Cooper Reasoner. Salas spiking the first. Austin blocks it and goes to gather it up the first base line. First two miss outside the zone. Nowhere to put Reasoner. The base is juiced, one out. Southwest Christian threatening here in the top of the first inning. Salas in for a strike. Reasoner 0 for 3, had a walk and a strikeout yesterday. Handling the duties at first, the DH this evening, and the starter from last night, Matthew Monsivice, who's waiting on deck, now playing first. Foul back. Big pitch on the menu here from David Salas. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded. Full count. Salas walks home the first run of the game.
I mean, he's 6'2". That dude's tall. That dude's tall.
Reasoner drawing the free pass. He'll be credited with an RBI. And it's the Eagles who are able to strike first, with Salas dealing with command issues here in the top of the first inning. 3 walks and a hit by pitch so far for the sophomore right-hander. And Matthew Monsivice now at the plate. Watches the first in for a strike. Monsivice did some solid work on the rubber last night. 6 1/3, 2 earned, 6 strikeouts. Went 0 for 1 at the plate. He watches it inside. A ball and a strike is the count. Bases full of Eagles here in the top of the first inning. Monsivice, a .235 batting average on the season, has walked more than he has struck out. Had a pair of hits, 2 in total, 1 in each game in their first 2 district games last week, along with doing some fine work out on the hill. That's in for a strike. Monsivice pops it toward the left side in foul territory, and it gets down, keeping the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the Eagles getting some run support already going for their starter tonight, Owen Haller. He's gone 22 2/3 this year, with 8 earned runs, a 150 whip, a 247 ERA. Went 3 innings, 3 hits allowed, no runs. Surrendered in their dominant victory last week to open up district play as Salas misses it outside, and we've now got a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases juiced, top of the first. Big spot in this game. It was the first inning yesterday where the Eagles scored all of their runs. They've scored in the first again, but got the bases juiced, and the payoff pitch. Salas issuing another free pass. Really struggling to find the zone here in the top of the first inning as he walks in a second straight run. You know how talented he has been, and the sophomore going through some struggles command-wise during this season. Has some great stuff, certainly when it plays in the zone. Really hasn't allowed many hits at all, but it has been the self-inflicted free passes that have come back to bite the sophomore right-hander this season, and that has really shown up in this first inning tonight with a hit by pitch to begin the ball game. But that batter was out. Max Warner has been so fantastic for the Eagles this season. He was caught stealing for just a second time. But then a walk, single, and then back-to-back walks to score runs has made it a 2-0 advantage for Southwest Christian. And Salas getting ahead. Barrett Portwood at the plate. Salas just trying to limit the damage as he's walked 4 in this inning and 3 straight batters. And that scoots to the backstop. Jordan Steele, though, will stay put at third base. The 1-1. So 2 balls and a strike here to Barrett Portwood. Portwood got aboard on a walk last night, went 0 for 4 with 2 punch-outs. Salas hits the strike register, just trying to get his team to the dugout. The lone out he's recorded has come on a hit by pitch, the first pitch he threw this evening. But since it's been 4 walks and a single. Another full count, and if nothing else, Salas having just to work and throw a lot of pitches here in this first inning. Eagles trying to take advantage of it. And Portwood fouls it back. Portwood a 256 mark on the campaign. Heading into last night's contest, went 0 for 4. Another 3-2 foul ball. Salas misses inside. His fourth straight batter that he walks, and the third batter in a row that walks home a run. And so it will be a short-lived outing for David Salas tonight as he gives the ball to head coach Rusty Greer. It just wasn't Salas's night tonight. Just works a third of an inning, exits with the bases loaded. So frustrating for him for sure. You know how good he can be. But hurting himself with the free passes tonight. It really was a theme early on in this season. Not just for David Salas, but this Cardinal pitching staff. Showing some good stuff, but they were walking a lot of guys early on in the season. They had started to turn that around, different individuals finding their strides at different times. But for David Salas, he ends up exiting the game, just didn't have his stuff tonight, and so a new arm into the ball game. Fort Worth Christian calling upon Cale Rateris to see if he can stop the bleeding. It's the Southpaws turn to get on the hill here in the first inning. Inherits a bases loaded situation. It'll be the 7th appearance for Cale Brateris this season. After his first 4 outings were starts, he's come out of the bullpen each of his last 2, so his 3rd straight bullpen appearance. So Cale Brateris called out of the bullpen. Here just in the first inning. Comes in with the bases loaded. And his first pitch, it's a strike to Cash Martin.
All right, fielder number 5, Cash Martin.
Martin, the 8th hitter in the order. 2 balls and a strike the count. Terrace has worked 14 2/3 this season with a 2-0 record. That ball punched through the right side. Reasoner comes across to score. The Eagles go station to station. And Martin just able to poke it through the right side. An RBI to extend the lead to 4-0. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded. Terrace working to Dane Smith. Takes inside. The first 8 Eagles in this game have all reached base. And Smith will try to keep that going. And he hits it to right. Jackson Castleberry makes the grab. Hits the cut in Ridgel for the second out. And so the first Eagle to not reach base
The center fielder, number
is
3,
a
Max
fly out to right. And it brings Max Warner up to the plate for a second time this inning as the Eagles have batted around here in the top of the first inning. Coming with perhaps some vengeance on their mind after falling in 10 innings last night as Warner fouls it away. That victory, it improved the Cardinals to 18-3-1. It dropped Southwest Christian to 19-4. Both teams have been really impressive this season. Warner pulls it through the left side. Matthew Monsivice comes across to score. Barrett Portwood plates a run as well. A 2 RBI knock from Max Warner, and the Eagles keep chugging along here in the top of the first. A 6-0 lead.
The shortstop, number 13, Alex Turner.
So the Cardinals will certainly have their work cut out for them with a 6-run deficit now. And Alex Turman steps up to the plate. Soft little tapper to Prateris. Will be a tough play. Hesitates for a moment, and he gets him in time. Not before the Eagles strike with 6. The game starting with a bang for Southwest Christian, and they take control just after a half inning.
Wild, wild, wild in the USA. We're getting wild, wild, wild the American way. Wild, wild, wild in the USA. We're getting wild, wild, wild the American way.
Number 27, Griffin Carney.
So it's a 6-0 score as we start the bottom of the first inning. Griffin Carney to lead things off for the Cardinals. He watches the first miss outside the zone. Cardinals struggling to find the zone in that top of the first inning, affording a lot of base runners. The Eagles bat around, hang a crooked number on the scoreboard to begin this ball game. The second meeting between these two rivals in as many days here in district play. Cardinals were the ones who were able to go on the road yesterday and win in 10 innings, but the Eagles, the aggressors tonight. And what type of response do the Cardinals have? Well, Griffin Carney starts off the inning with a base hit through the right side. That'll bring up Grady Emerson.
Shortstop, number 2, Grady Emerson.
He was must-see last night. 2 home runs along with a double. So Grady Emerson at the plate. He takes for a strike. So Griffin Carney singles. And now Emerson hits.
Yeah.
One ball, one strike as they try to go upstairs. Starter Owen Haller on the hill for the Eagles, and he gets the comfort of a 6-run lead. Working here to Grady Emerson. Emerson just getting under it. Martin there to make the grab out in right.
The center fielder, number 17, Braylon James.
Brings Braylon James up. Emerson just missing that one after he had a pair of home runs yesterday. Now with the team leading 4. But it brings Braylon James up. Other interesting component to watch here with Emerson is he's been on base in all 22 games this season, an impressive streak to begin the year. But James up, 1 out, 1 on. James towards center, right at Warner, and there's 2 outs.
The right fielder, number 11, Jackson Castleberry.
Jackson Castleberry scoots to the backstop, and Carney easily to second. Castleberry, the Cardinals' hero yesterday. A 2 RBI extra base hit in the 10th, which broke a 2-2 tie. The score was tied at that mark ever since the top of the 3rd, all the way till the top of the 10th. When this man, Jackson Castleberry, the man at the plate now, came through with that 2 RBI extra base hit. The 1-0. Cardinals right fielder hitting with Carney in scoring position. Moving up to second on the wild pitch, but a pair of flyouts from Emerson and James. Castleberry ground ball to second. Portwood handles it. And Owen Haller working around a leadoff single. Eagles lead by 6 after an inning. Top of inning number 2, 6-0 score. Southwest Christian ahead. Cale Brateris fires a strike. His first full inning of relief had to come in the first for the starter, David Salas, and he does have some experience starting. Cardinals hoping he can gobble up some innings after it was a short stint out on the hill for Salas. It's grounded and fielded by the Cardinals, playing some solid defense. And
the third baseman, number 8, Jordan Steele.
Warlow grounds out to third, 1 out. So that brings Jordan Steele up. Eagles striking for 6 runs in the first inning. It's the first 8 batters reached. Cale Brateris. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Here to the young cleanup man, Jordan Steele. Ground ball into grab onto first. A couple of plays made at the hot corner by the Cardinals to begin this inning. So Jake Parkerson comes and grabs it. It brings Cooper Reasoner. Go to the home half of the second.
Coleman, 11th grade. This is my first year at Fort Worth Christian. I think that I really like about Fort Worth Christian is just the community aspect of it. Once I got here, I feel like everybody just kind of like brought me in and was super kind. And I never really been in like an environment to where like everybody's just nice like that. Like it doesn't really feel like school for me. It feels like a community. Like I'm actually going there having fun and learning.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Hi, my name is Kendall Bryant. I'm in 8th grade and this is my 3rd year at Fort Worth Christian. My favorite thing about Fort Worth Christian is how everyone feels like a family and it's a very close-knit community.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
So Jake Parkerson leads us off. Bottom of the second. Owen Haller, the 1-1 is popped up towards second. Portwood has it, 1 out.
The catcher, number 1, Hank Austin. A ball and a strike to the Cardinals catcher. Right back to Haller. There's 2 outs. The first baseman, number 9, Andrew Ridgel.
That'll bring up Andrew Ridgel. Senior with a pair of hits yesterday. Two out, nobody on, bottom of the second. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Backhanded by Portwood on to first in time. And a 1-2-3 second for Owen Haller. We go to the third. Eagles up by 6.
We're getting wild, wild, wild. The American way. Wild, wild, wild in the USA. We're getting
Hi, my name is Madeline Moda. I'm in 9th grade, and this is my 4th year at Fort Worth Christian. I enjoy so much about FWC, especially the community. You can tell the teachers truly care, and I love how Christ is incorporated into every classroom. I love that at FWC, you can be included in so many aspects of the school and so many new opportunities.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
My name is Brooks Hill, and I've been at Fort Worth Christian for 3 years now. My favorite thing is probably getting the opportunity to represent Christ in everything that we do here, whether that's band or athletics or just in the classroom.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
We're getting wild, wild, wild. It's the American way. Wild, wild, wild in the USA. We're getting wild, wild, wild. It's the American way. We're getting wild, wild, wild in the USA. We're getting wild, wild, wild. It's the American way. We're getting wild, wild, wild.
Welcome back to Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio. Cale Brateris out for another inning of action. Had a clean third.
Yeah. How are you?
Towards center, and James makes the first out to start the third. Should say it was Cale Brateris who had a clean second inning. Going 1-2-3, gets the fly out to center to begin the
The second
third.
baseman, number 17, Barrett Portwood.
Brings Barrett Portwood to the plate.
Oh, good. Good.
Two balls, 1 strike with 1 out. 3-1. Portwood He walked and then came around to score one of the Eagles' 6 runs in the first inning. It's Tardy on the Brateras fastball to make it a 3-2 count. It's grounded to Emerson. 2 outs.
The right fielder, number 5, Cash Martin.
Brings Cash Martin up to the plate. Takes for a strike. He singled home a run. In the first inning, an inning that saw a hit by pitch and 5 walks. And he skies it toward left. Play made. And side retired. So a couple clean innings of relief for Kale Brateras. Emerson making the play out short for the second out. As we continue, Cardinals looking to answer when we come back.
Leading off the Cardinals, the designated hitter, number 33, Antonio Andahar.
Antonio Andujar leading things off as we start the bottom of the third inning. 2 innings, just 1 hit allowed by Owen Haller. But he has set down 6 straight. Surrendered a leadoff single in the first inning to Griffin Carney. Then set down 3 straight to end the first. Had a 1-2-3 frame in the second as he begins his third inning of work. He has been filling up the strike zone here this evening. 15 of his 22 pitches through 2 innings were for strikes, and a strike there to get in the zone to Antonio Andujar. Andujar just $174 on the season for his batting average. First AB since he went 0 for 2 against Midland Christian last Friday. The first of the district game, didn't play Saturday or yesterday. Back in this order for Rusty Greer tonight. And he takes the ball 4.
The left fielder, number 24, Jacob Ward.
Brings Jacob Ward up to the plate. Squaring, pulling back, 1 ball. They went to check the appeal on if Ward went around. They say he did pull back the attempt in time, so 1-0 count. Takes for a strike. Ward with the ground ball to third. Steal to short on the turn. It's in time. 5-4-3 for 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. The Eagles had a nice turn of a 4-6-3 double play last night. They turn a 5-4-3 here. And it brings us back to the top of the order. Here's Griffin Carney. Carney singled in his first at-bat. And he pops it right back up. Monsivice makes the grab, and we're through 3. Eagles lead it 6-0.
Tristan Coleman, 11th grade. This is my first year at Forest Christian. I think that I really like about Forest Christian is just the community aspect of it. Once I got here, I feel like everybody just kind of like brought me in and was super kind. And I never really been in like an environment to where like everybody's just nice like that. Like it doesn't really feel like school for me. It feels like a community. Like I'm actually going there having fun and learning.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
My name is Brooks Hill, and I've been at Fort Worth Christian for 3 years now. My favorite thing is probably getting the opportunity to represent Christ in everything that we do here, whether that's band or athletics or just in the classroom.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Leading off for the Eagles, the left fielder, number 1, Dane Smith.
Let's go, Dale.
Cale Brateris beginning another inning of work as we start the top of the 4th. That's a ground ball. Emerson ranging and on to first in time for the first down here in the fourth.
The center fielder, number 3, Max Warner.
So Cale Brateris has now worked 2 RBI knock last time up. He was hit to begin the ball game, but then caught stealing. Rare occasion for him. But the Eagles go on to score 6 runs in that top of the first inning. And he came back up later in that inning to help extend the lead with a pair of runs driven in. On a single through the left side, it was Southwest Christian able to plate those 6 runs on just 3 hits, benefited from 5 walks and a hit by pitch in the first inning. Chopped over to Emerson. Out of his hand quickly and in time to first. Couple of nice plays made by Grady at short. Here to begin the fourth inning. Was a bang-bang play. We get another look here. And correct call. Way to slow that down, and just a split second, the ball beating Warner. And that's popped up right side. Ridgel going for it. And he makes a fantastic grab. Another 1-2-3 frame for Cale Brateris. The Cardinals will try to wake the bats up next. So Grady Emerson leads us off here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Grady got under one. His first trip to the plate, a fly out to right field. As Owen Haller beginning his fourth inning of work, just one hit allowed, one walk as well, has only surrendered 2 base runners, has been really effective as well, only needing 32 pitches to get through his first 3. And Emerson, foul territory, it's out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Grady Emerson. And 2 home runs in his 3-for-3 day, totaled 10 bases last night. The 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Emerson hitting now .491 on the year. And a 2-2 count here to the senior shortstop. The slash line really off the charts. .491 average, .630 OBP. OPS north of 1,500, leading the team with 28 hits. Got 7 doubles and 4 home runs along with 2 triples. And now has a full count. And should need base runners, well for Grady, riding a 22-game on-base streak. Has been on in all the Cardinal games this year. One of just 3 guys to play in every game, him along with Carney and Emerson, the first 3 hitters in Rusty Greer's lineup. The 3-2, smoke to center, and Grady continuing to get aboard. 23 consecutive games that Grady Emerson has been on base as he smokes one right up the middle. A line drive single to center, and the Cardinals have a base runner aboard to begin the bottom of the 4th. Such a pleasure to watch him swing the bat. He's done it with so much confidence and success during the 2026 campaign, his first year as a Fort Worth Christian Cardinal. Raylan James turns on one. But under it, Martin out in there and right to make the catch, and there's 1 out. James trying to jump on the first offering from Haller.
The right fielder, number 11, Jackson Castleberry.
That'll bring Jackson Castleberry to the plate. Castleberry pulls this foul down the left field line, 0-1 count. Castleberry, he had that big 2 RBI double in the 10th yesterday to give the Cardinals, at the time, a 4-2 lead. They go on to win 5-2 in 10, but down right now 6-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. After the Eagles jump out in front early, taking advantage of free passes from the Cardinals. They chase the starter, David Salas, out of the ballgame. After he just worked a third of an inning, but allowed 6 earned and walked 5. And it's been Cale Rateris ever since. Emerson at first, Castleberry at the plate. They want to check on Emerson, who is a candidate to run the base paths, and he runs them well. Grady Emerson on the year, 19 stolen bases, and he hasn't been caught. The 1-1. And Castleberry grounds it to center for a single. A couple base hits in the fourth for the Cardinals puts 2 on for Jake Parkerson. Parkerson had a 2-hit day on Thursday night.
Parkerson.
Entered this evening's affair hitting .472 with 25 hits, second most on the team. Parkerson watches for strike 1. He popped up to second his first time up. Coming off a 2-hit effort last night. He rides 3 straight multi-hit games into tonight's contest. And takes for strike 2. He has at least 1 hit in 15 of his last 17 games. And he swings through the inside fastball there.
Let's go, Hank. Go, Hal.
The catcher, number 1, Hank Austin.
That'll bring Hank Austin to the plate. With 2 out, 2 on. The Cardinals catcher will try to come through. It's Fort Worth Christian trying to chip away at what is a 6-run deficit. .1-0 to Hank Austin. 2 balls, no strikes to the Cardinals catcher. Austin grounded it right back to Haller his last time up for the second out in the second inning. 2-0 count now. Big swing and a miss. Haller getting the strikeout of Jake Parkerson, a big one. And a big time to get his first strikeout of the night. The Cardinals at the plate as a team yesterday struck out a dozen times. 2-1. 3 balls and a strike here to Austin. Andrew Ridgel would be next. He had a 2-hit effort last night, swinging a hot bat for the Cardinals, who hoped to get it to him. And the 3-1 awaits here to Hank Austin. That is ball 4. And the bases are loaded for Andrew Ridgel.
The first baseman, number 9, Andrew Ridgel.
Hunter Hampton will run for the catcher, a courtesy runner coming in at first. Castleberry at second. Grady Emerson at third.
Hunter Hampton.
So the Cardinals, a couple hits and a walk, load them up for Andrew Ridgel. Fort Worth Christian now with 3 hits. The same amount of hits that Southwest Christian has tonight, but they've got the healthy 6-0 advantage on the scoreboard. A visit to the hill. Ridgel awaiting. He has been productive toward the bottom of the Cardinals' order this season, coming up in a spot with runners on the base paths. And he has been one of the best for the Cardinals this year. with runners in scoring position. Hitting .455 with runners in scoring position. He's got 2 of them out there in scoring position now, and the bases loaded. And so the Cardinals with an opportunity to try and chip away at a 6-run deficit. The Eagles jumped out in front, scoring 6 in the top of the first inning. And we've been there ever since, but the Cardinals threatening now after Grady Emerson led off the inning with a single, Castleberry single. Austin then walks to extend the line down to Andrew Ridgel. Ridgel, the second best batting average on the team with runners in scoring position. And he takes the first tie. That .455 mark that he has with runners in scoring position compared to his just even .400 average on the season. Both marks pretty good for the 7th hitter in the Cardinals lineup. A 1-0 count. The Cardinals' most successful player with the RISP is Grady Emerson, hitting a cool .600 with runners in scoring position. Ridgel, the one trying to come through now, has got a friendly 2-0 count as Haller tries to work out of some trouble here in the 4th. The first really adverse situation he's had to navigate out of. They take a check on the runner. The courtesy man running at first for Hank Austin, Hunter Hampton. Throw over to Monsiváis at first. He's able to get back. And a 2-0 count here to Andrew Ridgel. Two balls and a strike. Ridgel with at least 1 hit in 4 of his last 5 games, riding a 3-game hit streak into tonight. After having a pair last night, raising his average to .400. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. It's a 2-2 count. After Haller had 3 scoreless innings of work in the district's first week of play, working here in the 4th now, trying to make it 4 scoreless, but the Cardinals have the bases loaded. Now 2 strikes, and the 2-2 offering awaiting from the right-hander. Ridgel rips it to right. Emerson will score. The Cardinals are on the board. And a 2-out RBI single from Andrew Ridgel makes it a 6-1 ball game. Andrew Ridgel continues to produce with runners in scoring position. Scoring Grady Emerson, who led off the inning with a base hit. And that'll bring Antonio Andujar to the plate. Andujar watching for ball 1. The 9th run driven in on the year for Ridgel. Andujar grounds it to 3rd. They go to 2nd to get the force. And the side is retired. Not before the Cardinals score 1. They're on the board, but still down by 5 as we head to the 5th.
Hi, my name is Madeline Moda. I'm in 9th grade, and this is my 4th year at Forth Christian.
I enjoy so much about FWC, especially the community. You can tell the teachers truly care, and I love how Christ is incorporated into every classroom. I love that at FWC you can be included in so many aspects of the school and so many new opportunities.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Hi, my name is Kendall Bryant. I'm in 8th grade, and this is my 3rd year at Fort Worth Christian. My favorite thing about Fort Worth Christian is how everyone feels like a family, and it's a very close-knit community.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
So 3, 4, and 5 due up for Southwest Christian as we begin the 5th inning. Cale Brateris, who had to come into the ball game in the first, has had a nice relief appearance so far, having to gobble up some innings after David Salas just worked a third of an inning. Brateris has worked 3 2/3 as he begins the 5th after being summoned with 1 out in the bases loaded in the first. So it's the 3-hole. The catcher, Paul Warlow, 1 for 2 tonight. And now a 2-2 count. Warlow had a hit last night as well. He reached twice, 2 other times on walks as well. Entered this series hitting .449 on the year with an OPS north of 1,400. And he smokes it to the right side. It's down. Warlow looking for 2, and he'll dig for the double to lead off the top of the 5th inning. So Warlow doubles. A couple hits to his credit tonight.
The third baseman, number 8, Jordan Steele.
Guy hitting about .450 on the year, continuing to produce at the plate in the middle of Rusty Beam's lineup. And it brings Jordan Steele up. Steele after a 1 for 5 effort last night. He's 0 for 1 tonight, but walked and came around to score in that 6-run first inning for Southwest Christian. They're threatening once again after the leadoff double. So Jordan Steele is thinking about dropping one down. Instead of 1-0 count, corners pinched in for the Cardinals. Trying to be prepared for the bunt. As they want to move a man to third. And Cale Brateris stepping off. Steele pulls back, and Austin shoots it to second. Not in time, a 2-0 count now. Steele looking to push a runner over for the man on deck, Cooper Reasoner. Trying to get him to hit with a runner at third and just one gone. The Eagles have a 5-run advantage after falling in 10 innings one night ago. Corderas delivers, bunt is down, it's a good one, and he just has to eat it. No sacrifice in effect, just a bunt single.
The designated hitter, number 6, Cooper Reasoner.
That'll bring Cooper Reasoner to the plate after the bunt single from Steele. It's Crosby Pipes, the runner at third, as they try to take back a 6-run advantage. Men on the corners with nobody out. Another bunt being shown. And it's fouled by Reasoner on his attempt. Pipes at first, Steele, or Pipes at third, Steele at first, and Reasoner at the plate now hitting with an 0-1 count. And nobody gone here in the top of the 5th inning. Terrace. Misses up. Reasoner trying to squeeze home a run after the bunt single from Jordan Steele. Corderas got off the mound to go grab it by the third base line, but just had to eat it as it was in no man's land. And now they check at first, and it's a run that'll come home on a balk. Crosby Pipes granted home. Steele will get second as Cale Brateris is called on the balk, and that extends Southwest Christian's lead to 7-1. Now Brateris will step off and have a conversation with Emerson Parkerson Carney. Rigel Austin coming to the mound as well, as they have a quick conference with a runner at second, a 1-1 count. What's now a 7-1 ball game in favor of the Eagles, scoring 6 in the first, 1 here in the top of the 5th. As the balk allowed Steele to advance, another bunt attempt that sails to the backstop. Right back to Austin. Now a 2-1 count. So Brateris, who's worked 3 2/3, his 58th or 54th pitch of the night upcoming for the left-hander. And he comes home in for a strike. We'll see if the bunt is in effect again. Similar situation to what they had with a man on second. When Steele was at the plate, he dropped it down but got aboard anyway. on a bunt single. That's dropped down. Brateris gathers, goes to first, and Reasoner does his job. Brateris gets the out, and Steele advances to third base. One gone here in the top of the fifth.
The first baseman, number 7, Matthew Monsivais.
Matthew Monsivais up to the plate. An 0-1 count. Fort Worth Christian 3-0 in district play. Southwest Christian 2-1. Two teams toward the top of the standings just through a couple of district games. They could be tied after tonight. If this result, the way it's going now, if it stands, Cardinals will still have opportunities in the 5th, 6th, and 7th. 3 innings to work with, down by 6, certainly manageable. Brateris just trying to keep it at that deficit. Monsivais tried to extend the advantage with a runner at third. And now an 0-2 count. Monsivais ends up getting hit on an 0-2 pitch. That'll put runners on the corners. And John Hampton will make his way out to the mound to have a visit with Cale Brateris. Already completed 4 innings out of the bullpen. Came in the first inning with just 1 out and the bases loaded. And then threw up a 0 in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, but here in the 5th, the Eagles tag him for a run. As Paul Warlow led off the inning with a double, followed by a Jordan Steele single. A bunt single at that. Reasoner doing his job to bunt a man over to third. And then Monsivais hit on an 0-2 pitch. And so it brings up the second baseman, Barrett Portwood. Terrace with a check at first with runners on the corners. Last time he tried that, ruled a balk to allow a run to come across and score. But tries on the 1st and 3rd with 1 out.
The second baseman, number 17, Barrett Portwood.
Portwood drops it down on the bunt, but it goes foul. The Eagles trying to find a way to manufacture more runs and extend their lead. Runners on the corners. And one gone with a 7-1 advantage, looking to drop one down. As we've got toward the bottom of the order, the 7th hitter up in Portwood. Portwood 0 for 1 tonight, but did walk, which drove in a run, an RBI to his credit for that, with walking with the bases loaded. In the first inning, when 3 Eagles walked with the bases loaded, in part of a 6-run inning. And they've now taken back a 6-run lead after Andrew Ridgel cut the deficit to 5 with an RBI single to score Grady Emerson. Last half inning in the bottom of the 4th. Bunt dropped down first base side. Brateris handles, flips to first, and it's in time. Allows another run to come across and score on the bunt.
Number 5, catch mark.
On a close play at first, but Brateris flips it over. Here is another look at that close play at first. And so now 2 outs. But Portwood being called out at first, despite appeared to be getting there in time. Swing and a miss with Martin at the plate now. All in all, though, the bunt does bring a run home. It's now an 8-1 advantage. As the lefty has had to field 3 different bunts in this inning. One of them going for a bunt single with Steele. But the Cardinals certainly fortunate to get the out there after the replay showed us that Portwood probably was safe on that play. And Brateris has it grounded to third. Parkerson gathers on to first in time, but not before the Eagles had 2. They're up 8-1 as we go to the home half of the 5th inning here on Radio.
A couple of times earlier tonight, we have a ticket raffle for.
Fort Worth Christian School is Christ-centered, college preparatory school where every student is known, loved, and valued. At FWC, students are challenged to pursue excellence in the classroom, in competition, and in their faith, all while being equipped with a strong biblical worldview. From standout academics and championship athletics to award-winning fine arts and a vibrant student community, Fort Worth Christian is preparing tomorrow's leaders today. We invite you to discover the difference for your family. Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Thank you so much for joining the game with us today. We hope you are enjoying this presentation of Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. We have a target of 20,000 channel subscribers before the end of this spring. We need your help to reach that goal. So please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and pick a friend or family member to whom you can share the game. We are happy you are watching and hope you consider becoming a member for access to different member-only content.
For the Cardinals, the left fielder, number 24, Jacob Ward.
And Jacob Ward leads us off here in the bottom of the fifth inning, 9-1-2 up for the Cardinals, now down by 7. After Southwest Christian scores a pair in the top of the fifth inning, the Cardinals will have Ward, then back to the top of the order here in the home half of the fifth. A ball and a strike the count. Howler through 4, just has surrendered 4 hits and 1 run, mainly because he's been in the zone. He's only surrendered 2 walks, and that's right up the middle by Ward. He leads off the inning with a base hit, the 5th hit for the Cardinals tonight. And that matches the amount of hits that Southwest Christian has. The Cardinals just haven't been able to get as many base runners because of the free passes. Fort Worth Christian has walked 5 in this game. A base hit to Jacob Ward. So now could be a time for the Cardinals to have an opportunity back to the top of the order, but a new arm into the ballgame. And we'll tell you all about him when we come back. You're watching Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio.
Tristan Coleman, 11th grade. This is my first year at Fort Worth Christian. I think that I really like about Fort Worth Christian is just the community aspect of it. Once I got here, I feel like everybody just kind of like brought me in and was super kind. And I never really been in like an environment to where like everybody's just nice like that. Like it doesn't really feel like school for me. It feels like a community. Like I'm actually going there having fun and learning.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
It's the right-hander, Caden Jordan, into the game for Southwest Christian. Used their top reliever last night in Alex Turman. One of their main back-end guys, really good out of the pen. He had to gobble up a lot of innings with that 10-inning affair the two teams played yesterday. But they go to Jordan now. With one man on first base, his team leading by 7. Cardinals do have the top of the order up, and they will need to match what the Eagles did in the first inning. They'll need some type of crooked number to get back in this ballgame. They got a base runner to start it off. Still plenty of work cut out for them. And Jordan, well, he's been one of their most impressive arms this year. 17 innings pitched, and he's only allowed 2 earned runs. A .82 ERA. In 17 innings, he's just allowed 6 hits and 2 earned. He struck out 23. 13 walks in those 17 innings, but a .82 ERA, a whip just above 1. He's had excellent numbers. And he comes in with a man at first here for Griffin Carney. And the first to strike to Carney. Last time out for Jordan, it was 2 innings of work, 39 pitches. And it was 2 scoreless innings last Thursday. And their victory over Coramtillo. The 0-2 upstairs, a ball and 2 strikes here to Griffin Carney. He's had some very impressive outings this year, had a 9 strikeout, 5 shutout outing against Nolan, had 8 strikeouts and 4 shutout against Denton. And has been really effective out on the mound for the Eagles this season. Again, just 2 earned in 17 innings of action for Caden Jordan. Not wanting, as the lineup card flips another turn, to have Haller face the order again. And pop down to second. Ward able to get back in time. A full count to Griffin Carney. Grady Emerson waits on deck. Carney tonight 1 for 2. And the first 2 have reached for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and here comes Grady Emerson.
The shortstop, number 2, Grady Emerson.
Emerson singled to center field in the 4th, then came around to score the only Cardinals run so far tonight. It was on an Andrew Ridgel RBI single with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And a 2-0 count now to Emerson. Flew out to deep right field his first time up, single to center his second trip, 3rd time batting tonight now with 2 on and nobody out. After he totaled 10 bases in 3 at-bats yesterday with a pair of home runs and a double. A 2-0 count now. And Emerson takes in the upper portion of the zone. Three balls and a strike. Grady has drawn 23 walks this year in 22 games. Hits with a 3-1 count. Braylon James would be next, waiting in the on-deck circle with runners on first and second. And he'll hit with the bases juiced as the first 3 Cardinals have got aboard here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Another visit to the hill, Braylon James, who's second on the team with 19 runs driven in. Has an opportunity now with the bases full of Cardinals here in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be a short stint for Jordan Newarm coming into the game. For Southwest Christian, a quick change as the third hitter in the order, Braylon James, the left-handed hitting senior center fielder. Will hit with the bases loaded and nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth. Cardinals down by 7. That brings Brody Bravo Malo into the game. Right-hander called upon with the bases juiced here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Bravo Malo last pitched on the 7th of March, nearly 2 weeks ago, when he went 3 2/3. Didn't surrender a run though. In fact, he's only allowed 1 earned run this year in 8 2/3 tossed. 7 hits, 3 runs, just 1 earned though. Good for a .81 ERA. And he does throw strikes. Out of his 120 pitches thrown this year, 76 have gone for strikes, 63% on his strikes. Has 5 strikeouts and 4 walks in his 8 2/3 and has just surrendered 1 earned.
The center fielder, number 17, Braylon James.
290 hitter on the year. Second on the team in runs driven in. With 19, he'd love to add to that total now. James takes strike 1. One count here to Braylon James. James 0 for 2 tonight. Went 1 for 5 with a pair of strikeouts on Thursday evening. The Cardinals 3-hole. A 2-ball, 1-strike count. As Brody Bravo Malo called upon in relief here in the 5th, with the first 3 reaching for the Cardinals. James taking to even it at 2 balls and 2 strikes. To right. Ward will come across the score. Here it comes, diving in Carney, and he's safe, and the Cardinals add a pair on a Braylon James 2 RBI knock to right, and the Cardinals have some life here in the 5th. Braylon James, who's hitting .290 on the year, has been much better in these spots with runners in scoring
11,
position.
Castleberry.
And he hits it to right field, a 2 RBI single. You get a look at the replay on the slide in, Carney getting his left hand in for the 3rd run of the evening for the Cardinals, an 8-3 deficit. But Braylon James coming through. A .342 hitter with runners in scoring position. About 50 points better than his mark on the year overall. And now Jackson Castleberry. Caught in left field. And Grady Emerson will score on the sacrifice fly. That is the first out of the inning, but the Cardinals pull within 4 runs. And now Rusty Beam wants to check if Grady Emerson left early. And home plate umpire says he
With our baseman number 7, Jake Parkerson.
after the ball was caught out in left. So Castleberry flies out to left in foul territory. The ball hauled in. But it works out as a sacrifice fly to bring Jake Parkerson to the plate. And Parkerson takes for strike 1. An 0-2 count now to Jake Parkerson.
Let's go.
The Cardinals' third baseman 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout. Watches off the plate, Parkerson. At least 1 hit in 15 of his last 17, one of the best batting averages on the team. Entered tonight with 25 hits, second most on the squad. He swings through the breaking ball for the second out. Bravo Malo with a nice pitch that he buries. Parkerson went chasing for it. And now there's 2 outs. And it brings Hank Austin. One 1-0 count to Austin. James at first after his 2 RBI single. First 2 missing to Hank Austin. 0 for 1 tonight. He walked in the 4th inning. That set up a bases loaded situation for Andrew Ridgel, who scored a run with an RBI hit. And Austin pulls it foul. 2 balls and a strike to the Cardinal catcher. Center field, and a diving grab made by Warner in center to end the threat. A web gem out in center field, retires to the side in the 5th. The Cardinals do put 3 on the board to pull within 4, but a ranging play in center to retire the side. We're off to the 6th inning, 8-4, Eagles on top. New arm into the game for the Cardinals, Antonio Andujar. As we start the sixth, the Cardinals cutting into the deficit, now down by just 4 runs. And Andujar firing a strike. Eagles familiar with the right-hander. He pitched last night, went an inning and a third, and picked up a pair of strikeouts. Went 4 up and 4 down out of the bullpen. And last night's 10-inning victory for the Cardinals, and Andujar, he only threw 10 pitches to retire 4 straight out of the bullpen, so summoned for a second consecutive night. And it's fouled away. So we begin the sixth, the Cardinals. Able to plate 3 runs in the home half of the 5th inning. Out hitting the Eagles tonight, 6-5, but down by 4. And a lot of the ball game, that's pumped for a strike by Andujar, called for a 3rd strike. And there's 1 out, so Andujar, after being really impressive yesterday, 4 up, 4 down out of the pen on 10 pitches, makes quick work on the strikeout to begin the 6th inning. And it brings us back to the top of the lineup for the Eagles. Max Warner, 1 for 2 tonight with a couple of runs driven in. And a pair of plate appearances in that 1st inning where the Eagles scored 6, and he had a 2 RBI single after beginning the game getting hit. He fouls it away. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on here in the 6th inning. Cardinals just trying to chip away. Once again, each of their first 5 hitters in their order been able to get aboard on a base hit. Andujar fires for a strike. So getting that production. Ridgel again with a hit today. But it was Braylon James with the big hit last inning to bring the Cardinals within striking distance. The 2 RBI single with the bases loaded. Andujar, as Warner get under it over to right. Castleberry ranging to make the grab easy for the Cardinals right fielder.
Shortstop number 13, Alex Turman.
Two outs. Andujar will now face Alex Turman. He grounds to Emerson, backhanded at short, and that's a 1-2-3 frame for Antonio Andujar. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Cardinals down by 4. As you're watching Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio.
Wild, wild, wild in the USA. We're getting wild,
Ridgel.
Andrew Ridgel leads us off as we start the bottom of the 6th inning.
This battle, kid.
After Ridgel had a pair of hits yesterday, came through with an RBI single in the 4th inning. He skies it to the right side. Portwood makes the grab, 1 out. That'll bring the 8th hitter
number 33, Antonio Andujar.
Antonio Andujar, who was just summoned out of the bullpen for the 2nd consecutive night and looked really good while doing it. He has a 1-2-3 frame where he only needed 9 pitches, 7 of which went for strikes after just needing 10 pitches to retire 4 in a row last night. So 7 up, 7 down out of the pen for Andujar over the last couple of days. Doing his job on the mound. He'll try to do a job here at the plate to give the Cardinals some base runners down by 4. And the Cardinals with that deficit looking for runners aboard. With just 5 outs to play with. The 1-2. Andujar out to center. Warner making the grab. 2 outs. Warner had an incredible catch last inning out at center to end the threat.
Jacob Ward.
And now brings Jacob Ward, the 9th hitter in the order, up. So the top of the order, the first 3 hitters in the Cardinals lineup, the first 5 of them each have a hit today, as they did yesterday. And Ward lines out to second, and that will retire the side. 1-2-3 frame for Brody Bravo Malo, and we go off to the 7th. Eagles ahead by 4. We start the 7th inning. Antonio Andujar, first one up and out of the zone. Been great. Out of the bullpen over the last couple nights. 1-2-3 frame in the 6th. Went 4 up, 4 down yesterday in relief. But he falls behind. So the Cardinals, when they get to the home half of the 7th, they'll have the top of the order up. Andujar is trying to keep the Cardinals down by 4, though. And he's tasked with that job going up. Against the Eagles here in the 7th inning. It's Paul Warlow at the plate. Takes up top. A pair of hits tonight for Warlow. And he takes ball 4. Third time the catcher has reached tonight, and it brings Jordan Steele to the
third baseman, number 8, Jordan Steele.
And the first runner that has reached on Andujar over the last couple days. He had 4 up, 4 down yesterday, went 3 up, 3 down in his first inning of relief in the 6th, but a leadoff walk in the 7th brings the cleanup man Jordan Steele up. Steele 1 for 2 with a pair of runs scored, along with a walk, had a bunt single for his hit. Just joining us, this ball game started with the Eagles jumping out in front. They've led the entirety of this game, as they scored 6 runs in the first inning, jumped out to a 6-0 lead, and maintained that advantage until the bottom of the 4th inning when Andrew Ridgewell had a bases-loaded 2-out RBI single out to right field to make it 6-1. But the Eagles quickly claim an advantage again, and Steele rips it to left. Runners on first and second with nobody out, as they look for some insurance here in the 7th.
The designated hitter, number 6, Cooper Reasoner.
It brings Cooper Reasoner to the plate. Yes, it was 6-1 after the 4th inning, until the Eagles added 2 in the top of the 5th. An inning where they manufactured runs with multiple bunts, a couple for singles, or 1 for a single and a sacrifice, and then one that was a bang-bang play at first was ruled out. But anyway, it was a 8-1 advantage, and then we went to the bottom of the 5th inning, and that's when the Cardinals were able to score 3 to make it 8-4. Neither team scores in the 6th. And now we've arrived in the 7th, and the first 2 have reached here for Southwest Christian. Taking just their 4th loss of the season yesterday. And they come out here tonight, and it's Ridgewell who gathers the bunt popped up by Reasoner. But yes, last night the loss dropped them to just 19-4 on the year, after the Cardinals prevailed in extra innings on the road at Southwest Christian. But now the Eagles trying to return the favor here at Keck Field and beat the Cardinals in their own yard. Trying to help their cause and add some insurance runs here in the 7th, with the first 2 reaching, but a pop out on the bunt. First and second, though, Matthew Monsivice He's 0 for 1 tonight, but walked and scored, drove in a run, as he was one of 3 Eagles that walked with the bases loaded in the first inning. Andujar working here to Matthew Monsivice. And he finds the zone. We saw quite a bit of extra base hits yesterday across either side. Only one so far tonight. It came from Paul Warlow, a double to lead off. That 2-run frame the Eagles had in the 5th. So Paul Warlow's double, who has 2 hits tonight and has reached 3 times. That's the only extra base hit we've seen from either team tonight. Andujar. Missing up top on the 0-2. Owen Howler started the ball game, went 4 innings, allowed 2. And then Caden Jordan came in, just faced a couple batters before Brody Bravo-Malos now worked 2 full innings in relief. And so the Eagles still with 3 outs to get to try to secure a victory. But at the plate now, trying to add on ahead of trying to close things out in the home half of the 7th, where the Cardinals will have the top of the order due up. But their work cut out for them, down by 4. And Monsivice trying to extend that Southwest Christian lead. This is high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cardinals have won 7 consecutive games. That streak and their 3-0 record in district action in jeopardy this evening. Unless they can muster up something special in the 7th, as Monsivice fouls it away. Meanwhile, Southwest Christian trying to get even with the Cardinals in the standings, as both teams after tonight could be 3-1 if the Eagles prevail. The Eagles, a team that finished atop the district the year ago. Cardinals finished in 3rd. And Monsivice as Castleberry under it and right, no tag. The runners stay put at first and second. Monsivice pops out to right. Castleberry had to go a long way, but he pumps the brakes right before the foul line. And gets it in, hitting the cut in Grady Emerson. We're out number 2. Here in the 7th, Andujar. Now works to Barrett Portwood and gets ahead. Two count. There's strike three. Andujar with the punch out. 2 stranded for the Eagles in the top of the 7th. Cardinals, final chance coming up. They'll have the top of the order when we come back. You're watching Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio.
In the bright lights, come on, it's yours tonight. Come on, you'll see. This time it's you and me. Come on, let it go. It's just a little rock and roll. Let me hear you one more time. I can see that look in your eye. Everything you want and more. It's about time. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the big time. Can you feel those bright lights? Everything is yours tonight. It's on tonight.
Final shot for the Cardinals as we've arrived in the home half of the 7th. Top of the order due up for Fort Worth Christian, Griffin Carney, Grady Emerson, and Braylon James. With Fort Worth Christian down 8-4, Eagles taking a 6-0 lead after a half inning, and they've led all throughout this ball game. After jumping out in front right out of the gates with a crooked number in the top of the 1st. And now the final shot for Fort Worth Christian. But it comes at least in an opportune portion of the Cardinals lineup with the top of the order up. And Carney takes to make it a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Each of the first 4 Cardinals hitters have all had a hit today. All of them being singles, no extra base hits for Fort Worth Christian. And Carney lifts it out to left, and that's the first out. That'll bring Grady Emerson, who is 1 for 2 today with a couple runs scored. He singled to center and then walked, came around to score on both occasions. And hits with 1 out here in the 7th. So Brody Bravomano trying to work the final 3 innings of this game. As Emerson takes for a strike, Howler worked into the 5th. But after Jacob Ward began that inning with a single, they brought in Jordan, and then Bravomano recorded all 3 outs. And the 5th worked the 6th, now trying to work the 7th and throw the final 3 frames of this one. He's been good out on the mound. Has just surrendered 1 hit through 2 1/3 so far. With a strikeout and no walks. A 2-1 count here to Emerson. And Grady Emerson launches it toward right field, caught right in front of the wall by Martin. The second out. Grady with some smiles, just missed it. He's had a couple of balls poked out to right field today. He had a couple of balls over the fence one day ago. Today, a couple of deep flyouts to right. And when he just missed another long one with 4 bombs on the year for him. Now Braylon James takes a strike, represents the final chance for Fort Worth Christian tonight. All their scoring came in the 4th with 1 run, and then in the 5th with 3. And James helping out with that production as he came through with a 2 RBI single with the bases loaded in the 5th inning. He is 1 for 3 tonight. 2 RBIs to his credit, both coming on that single. The Cardinals down to their final out. Down by 4 runs. Bravo Malo tries to complete 3 scoreless out of the pen to close out this game. And that's what he'll do. Warner makes the grab, and Southwest Christian wins it. 8-4 the final score. And the 2 teams split this district series. Each road team coming out on top. Fort Worth Christian will be back on the air Tuesday at Keck Horton Field. We hope to talk to you then. Cardinal Baseball Live presentation on Tradio. Thank you so much for watching with us tonight as Southwest Christian and Fort Worth Christian, 2 of the top teams within the district, split here in the 2nd week of district play. 2 teams now are 3-1 within the district standings. Run through some of the highlights from tonight's action. Started with a caught steal at second, with Warner getting aboard first in what was a tough first inning of action for the Cardinals, because the Eagles score 6 runs in that inning, and the Cardinals could never overcome that early 6-0 deficit as they chased the starter David Salas out of the ballgame after he just worked a 3rd of an inning. Cal Berteris, though, he came in and did a pretty solid job. Worked 4 2/3, allowed 4 hits and 2 earned, struck out 1, and then Andujar worked the final 2 scoreless. But the Bats unable to do enough to overcome that 6-0 deficit. To begin the game, there's Ridgewell's RBI knock that came in the 4th inning before the Cardinals added 3 in the 5th. Jacob Ward started off that big 5th inning with the single. And then Braylon James, the biggest hit of the night for the Cardinals, just wasn't quite enough. So Fort Worth Christian falling now to 18-4-1, snapping their 7-game win streak here tonight at Keck Horton Field. The final score, 8-4. We'll have a couple more broadcasts coming your way next week. It's a Tuesday matchup against Grace Prep as the Cardinals step outside district play before taking on Coram Pio Academy on Thursday. We'll talk to you then for more Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio next week. For Tim Polster, our great producer, I'm Will Connerly saying so long from Keck Horton Field tonight as you have Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio.
We only play to win. That's on everything. We climbing to the top. Turn it up a notch. This is all house. Hey, we get that W. What? Get that W.